Sierra.
And we're the Cactus Clean Queens. The channel where we clean houses for free and...
We'll never run out of things to talk about.
We never run out of anything to talk about because we just talk all the time about everything.
And we're funny and clever and
if you say
entertaining.
So. Sometimes I think we're trying too hard. But, like, I don't know any other way to try.
Yes.
Then it's too hard. So, I don't know.
Yep. Okay, so in this clean, what are we doing today?
We are cleaning this woman's house. I gotta be honest, I was not very happy with this clean. But she might be listening, and I don't want her to be offended, but, like, her house was too clean.
It is. It's hard when it's like your house is cleaner than mine.
Yeah, I'm like, I shouldn't be here if your house is cleaner than my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was another one of those where she actually reached out and...
Yeah.
You know, and it was a referral based off of another one that we did. So that felt good.
To have a referral and someone,
that would like to have
enjoy our work. Yeah.
And she had, she was still that first year postpartum. And so that a lot of times can feel just so overwhelming with everything.
Her baby was super cute.
Kind of was thinking about it like, well, maybe this is more of like a preventative measure.
Right.
Like, as much as we like to get in and really make the transformations, just having her actually reach out and acknowledge that she was feeling overwhelmed and needing help is maybe that first step. And it got me thinking too, like, wow, what if I had reached out those first times of feeling overwhelmed and just instead of feeling like, no, I should be able to handle this. I just have one baby. Like, I should be able to.
If you had asked for help, maybe it helps prevent it from escalating to something.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And feel more manageable because it does kind of get to that point of like your tolerance almost builds up. Right. And so it's like you have a little bit and it's like, okay, well, I don't like this, but
I have to just deal with it.
Yeah.
But then it gets the mountain of clutter and dirt.
Yeah. Stuff collects stuff.
So the next couple of videos are kind of be like this because it was just like, well, first of all, we need to vet better. Because I could be cleaning my own house. I really could be. So, but also we had made an appointment and a commitment with this person. I didn't want to cancel it because that's flaky and I don't like that.
Right.
But anyway.
And she had raised a concern of, like, they had their bathroom redone, and so she was worried about, like, the construction dust that had kind of settled.
Which there was no dust in that room, I don't know.
It was not near
it was
what
like,
it could have been.
I know, she's like, the construction room. I'm like, okay, here's where we're really going to dig in and clean up, like, a construction site area. Yeah. And we go in, and it's absolutely immaculate. And I'm like, what are you talking about? What dust are you even talking about?
Yes, yeah. But
like, the dust. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to just force myself to do this clean. It was so like, hard because it was so easy.
Yeah. There was still, like, we were able to do a lot of, like, the kind of the minute cracks. So, like, the windowsill that it had a lot of dust buildup.
I had, like, the fridge where it had spills and goop. And yeah, that was kind of fun to do.
Yeah.
But it's hard when you're filming it. You can't see that the super thin layer of dust.
Yeah.
You can't see that.
Yeah, it doesn't show up on the camera like it does in person. So when it's not as much of a difference, then yeah, it doesn't look like anything was done.
So I don't know. Maybe you'll like it.
But
maybe we'll talk about
the cupboards.
Were they dusty?
That was pretty goopy.
Was this the one where you did the fans and you had the dust come down on the camera?
Yes, it was like Arizona snow.
Yeah.
The vents and the fans, which is kind of funny. I'm super curious because like those vents are out vents. So you have for the AC intake vents, which is where your filters go because it's bringing air in, and so you block the dust and stuff, and then you have your out vents, and ours don't ever get dusty.
The out vents don't?
Yeah, and so I'm super
ours
curious.
Get dusty. It's like maybe you don't.
So I'm like,
is it changing your filter enough?
Is it the filter, or is it like is that a sign that like the vents, like the inside is getting clogged up with stuff, or
I don't know. I had this old lady I cleaned for, and she was like, I know it's time to change the filters when my house feels starting to feel too dusty. Because it's like not sucking up the dust anymore. Anyway.
Right.
So.
And that was, we actually, our AC has gone out every year that we've been in Arizona. And the first time that it went out, they told us it was just because we used like too high quality a filter. So we had like the HEPA filters.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like, because there's so much that's
it's catching
intake,
it. Yeah, yeah.
It's like, it's not actually
it's like blocking
allowing
the airflow.
Yeah, it's not allowing enough air. So they were like, just get the cheapest ones, which I found super interesting. Like, because like my husband has sinus issues, I have allergies and asthma. I thought having like the better quality ones would be more helpful of like, keeping it.
But it like messes up the AC.
Yeah. So what we ended up doing was we just have a couple like standing air purifiers.
Do those help?
I think so. Actually, I haven't been using them this year, and
has your AC gone out yet?
Not yet. It's usually the end of summer. You're like July, August.
I'm knocking on wood. I'm knocking on the table.
Yeah. But we signed up with this new company because we had some great companies locally.
Do you have 2 AC units?
No. And our
house
should. It should. The one that we have is like 20 square feet too small, and it's the biggest unit they have. But it's like our house is 20 square feet bigger than its max limit. And so, because ours is just 2-story. Yes. Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's like... Usually in Arizona, 2-story houses have 2 ACs for an upstairs and the downstairs. And I recommend, if you move here, do not get a 2-story house because the upstairs is always hot. Unless you don't mind putting your kids up there and you don't care and you get to sleep at the master.
Yeah.
On the bottom level where the AC is. But just don't get a 2-story house. Second floor is never cool.
It's always going to be hotter.
It's always hot.
Yeah. And so
heat rises, and it rises to the second floor, and it just does not cool down. That's why we have like a ranch style, whatever, single level. One, we're really lazy and we don't want to take stairs.
Yeah.
I'm really lazy. I don't want to take stairs up and down. And 2, the top, it can never. And then you have 2 ACs, which is like double the AC bill.
We've thought about getting like a mini split which I hadn't heard of till moving
Like
to
the
Arizona.
ones on the wall?
Yeah.
Ew, yeah.
Typically like for garages and shops and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Our thought in getting a 2-story in Arizona was because the lots are so small. And so if we get like more footage, you get more yard for having the same amount of house.
Yeah.
And so that was like...
Does it kind of work out that way? Do you get more yard for 2 stories? Okay.
And so like the way that our...
Yeah, because
our backyard kind of V's out.
But you're also on like a corner that usually gets you more,
Yes, yeah, so that helps too. But then, yeah, it was
But not from Arizona because they want to do yard work and be in a yard.
Yeah. Arizonans don't.
Do not want to do yard work.
No.
Either pay someone, we have a pool.
Yeah.
Or nothing but rocks or turf that does not grow.
Yeah.
If I lived in a state that actually had green, I would want to
be outside
and garden and do all that stuff. But because it's so hard to even grow anything, I feel like it's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if I did live in a place where it wasn't so dang flippin' hot, that I would probably be more outside and be more gardening.
Yeah. And that was kind of the idea too, is with more plants and more greenery, you can kind of create your own microclimate.
Yeah, and it's a little cooler.
And so, it's supposed to, but we started out with everything as babies, and so we're like just now getting to the point 6 years later
where they're growing.
Like there's actually
in 20 years shade. You'll have the big
but yeah, that was kind of the idea, not being from Arizona and like trying to bring that and grow the stuff that we couldn't, like bananas and citrus and all the kinds of stuff that we couldn't really do. We grew our figs. We brought 2 of them with us, 2 of our fig trees.
Grow good out here.
They're so good. And that but when we were in Idaho, it was like they would die back to the ground every year. So they never got bigger than like a couple feet because it was like they only had the summer to grow and then every winter
they died.
Die back to the ground. And so, bringing them out here and they're flourishing and they do so good and they're so beautiful.
Blackberries do really good out here.
That's what happened.
My father-in-law has a blackberry bush in his yard, and it's like the spring and like winter or like fall is kind of when they bloom and get fruit, and so we have like blackberry milkshakes. They're just so good, like fresh blackberry, but they're spiky as blackberries. They are deadly.
That's why I also lived in Washington, and up there they're a weed, so they actually sell blackberry killer.
Nice.
At the store because they're so invasive.
I feel like my father-in-law, it was like it started to grow underneath the fence into his neighbor's yard. And he was like, hey, you got a free blackberry bush now.
Yes. I think that's so cool. They had where we were at in Washington, they have a lot of green belts similar to like
how we have here in
Arizona, but their green belts are then like surrounded by trees and usually lined with blackberry bushes. So it was so funny.
Hit a ball and you
anytime we go to the park or whatever, just snagging on blackberries and go to the one near us and like pick up buckets full and make blackberry pies and jams and like all kinds of stuff.
See, that'd be cool if I lived in a place that wasn't so like miserable. Because you have to like really baby everything.
Right.
And then water costs a lot.
Shade and water.
Yeah. And like I needed more, it's more of like advanced gardening. I feel like if you're a beginner gardener, Arizona's like the worst place. Yeah. You need to go somewhere that you just plunk something in the ground, it will just grow. But here it's like you gotta baby it. You gotta, the light turned off in this room as we're talking. I have like so we're in my closet and we have automatic lights in the closet because I can't turn off lights. And so we just have them on timers. So we're doing our voiceover and the light turns off. Yep. We'll never know, but I feel like I should explain that.
I should have made like,
yeah, like a noise. Yeah. What were we talking about? Blackberries, gardening, the clean.
Yeah. Yeah, so the clean, I'm trying to think of what else. That was really the primary thing.
Fridge. I didn't get to the freezer because I didn't want to do the freezer. And also, it's like, all that stuff's frozen. It would take me a while, and I didn't want to, like, thaw on the counter.
Right.
And then I did that room that was our construction room that was so terrible and had all the dangerous dust in it that was, like, whatever.
I had a lot of great books.
Yeah, I had to, like, turn my brain off and just not think about it. I went into that room, you'll see me in the back bedroom, and I just went, I'm going to go from wall to wall around the room in a counterclockwise circle. And just clean top to bottom counterclockwise. Because if I think about it at all, I'm going to get mad. And so That's what I did. And I got to like her bookshelf and I was like and I was taking the books out. I would take the books out and then forget what order they were even in. And then I'd be like, I don't know. And I'm like putting them back in. And I'm like, I think they went over here. And then I would wipe the, the dust away. And then, but yeah, I was like, oh, this is a good book. So I have like some, I think I took a picture of some so I can read them later. Like audible them later.
Yes.
And then I text her at the end and I was like, you have a really great book collection.
Yes.
Like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, so that was kind of fun.
You did her bathroom, right? In that.
Yeah.
Because they remodeled their bathroom and it was really nice.
It was. There was some basic thing. It was kind of funny because there's little things that I'm just like, I don't know if it was professionally done or if it was like a DIY, because it was done really well, but then it was like, but then there would be like random like caulk splatters or like paint overlapping on the hardware stuff.
Like they're painting it and they get it
which
on
is,
the
if
faucet.
it's a DIY, I'm like, I totally get that. And like,
you
just kind of, but if you're paying somebody, like,
they should not be caulking on everything.
See, and
they should not be getting their caulk on everything.
Just tossing the caulk around.
I know, jeez.
And it's just funny. I feel kind of crazy ever since we had our whole issue with having to remodel the downstairs of like, I don't feel like having it done right is too high of an expectation.
No.
Like I feel crazy for thinking that.
Or you feel like, you'd be like, what a, well, I can't swear. Like you're such a demanding prude because you want your thing done correctly. Jeez.
Right.
And
it's like, I get to a point of like, you get what you pay for. But to me, that's like quality of materials or like timeliness of the job getting done, not that like it's done crappy or correct. I feel it should be done correct regardless. Like even the cheapest kind of payment should still be held to that accountability of like, no, it needs to be done not sloppily.
Yeah, right.
And stuff, but it's like,
we did this clean and we didn't do it sloppily and we did it for free. So
yeah.
What's your problem, contractors?
Yeah, I don't feel like are too high.
I think it's probably just they want to mitigate the cost, so they either do it because they're charging less, so then they do it too fast or with too cheaply, and then so they can get a bigger cut, or else they'll lose money of the
keep
whatever
profit margin.
But it's like, it just seems like if you, let's say you take a smaller cut of the profit. If you do a good job, then you get a reputation of doing a good job. And it just seems like over time, it's like an investment in the future of your business. Like over time, you'll get a good reputation and then people will want to hire you more and then your business can grow.
Yeah.
But if you do it crappy and whatever.
I was like, I don't know. That was a lesson I guess my mom just instilled in me when I was little. Like, learning to do dishes. But I mean, as I was older and like able to be held accountable, like I remember her calling me back and being like, no, you missed, like, I did not clean a pot very well. And she was like, okay, go ahead and wash it again. And I was like, but I already did. And it was like, yeah, but not correctly.
Yeah.
Like, not completely.
That's annoying. That's annoying, Mom, but thank you.
Yeah, exactly. So then it was just like, okay, yeah, it's better to do it right the first time rather than having to do it 2 or 3 times. Right. And so, especially if you're like, for contractors and stuff, if you're having to come back out to a job
like 3 or 4 times because you didn't do it right the first time,
it's going to be so
much more costly. It's the same thing with like car mechanics. Like if you didn't fix it right the first time and then they have to come back in because you didn't put the flange on the right or nut or whatever.
The screws. Oh my God.
Screw the screws down.
They like didn't screw the screws in all the way and almost nearly lost her engine driving it back out. It was just like, I feel like that's
common
standard expectation of getting the job done.
So I married who I married, and he's not a DIYer. Because I married the sensitive, like, quiet nerd, and he's not DIYing anything. And so either we have to pay for it, and my husband refuses to go in debt, so we'll never have money to pay for anything, or he has to do it. He's not doing it. Mm-hmm. So I feel like it's weird because I grew up with a dad that could just do anything. I'm sure your family was like this, where it's like, they can just do anything. And so it's like, I've never had to deal with, contractors or anything until I became an adult. And then it's like, it's just not worth it. I guess, well, it's just going to be broken. Just living with this hole in the wall because my husband's not doing it and I don't want to do it or I can't. And maybe I should ask. I mean, that's what father-in-laws are for and fathers are for. I should ask to do more. Like, can you put the shelf up?
Yeah. Yeah, well, and so then that makes me think too, like, you know, if it's somebody starting out, then yeah, you have that expectation of like, it might not get done
right
completely or properly. But yeah, but it's like when there's someone that's like, has a business, is doing this for, you know, whatever, for their job. Anyway.
Yeah. This is your job.
Like, you have an expectation of it being done correctly. And yeah, so that's hard. But then, yeah, I feel like a super crazy person when I'm like,
you expect like to do the minimum amount of good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like that is what it is to me. It's like, this is like bare minimum.
Like not getting paint on the faucets.
Right. Yeah.
When you're painting.
Don't get it all over the hardware. I think like the towel rack or something, it was like, you know, like they just painted it to go along with the wall. But I was like, I don't think that's, and it wasn't done well, you know, kind of a thing. Like, I don't think that's what that's supposed to look like. And I get it. Like, you don't want to take it off.
So if you're listening to this person we cleaned her house for, fire your contractors. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe not a 5-star review.
Yeah, maybe like 3.5 stars.
So, yeah.
If it was your husband, he did amazing.
It was great.
If your husband did it, he was amazing.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing is I'm like, I recognize, I do a lot of stuff on my own because I enjoy it. Like, I really like being able to do a lot of fixer-upper stuff. But I also recognize, like, I don't have that experience. And so, yeah, if my lines aren't straight or if, you know, whatever. But, yeah, like, but that's the thing is I'm like, yeah, if I get paint on something that's not supposed to have paint, then I, like,
that's my fault.
Or,
it's my fault. I'm going to,
but, yes, this clean, just a lot of dusting.
So sorry for not a great transformation.
But in person,
maybe in person, like it on the micro, my face an inch from the dirt. It was great.
Yes,
but like I can't get I can't get the camera to look that good.
Yeah, even in their cupboards and stuff too. That was kind of the other thing. Was like, okay, so like maybe it looks really nice, but the cabinets will be
gooey,
like cluttered
or something.
Yeah, and like no, the first cupboard I took out and I went to wipe down and it was like barely any dust. Just put it back. And then even like their seasoning cupboard didn't even have like stuff to clean out. So it's like,
it's fine. Okay. They can not be messy. It's fine.
Yeah.
But we made a commitment, an appointment, and we kept those, and we did the best job we could with the time we had.
Yes.
And you can't fire us because we did it for free. So if you didn't like how we did it, sorry, you didn't pay.
Bring it up with the manager.
Yeah, the manager of us. Are we the managers? I guess we're the managers. Bring it up with... Yeah, whatever. Anyway. So like, share, subscribe. I have to do the obligatory... You can subscribe or not.
But it really helps us.
Please.
So that's the thing is I'm not sure. I feel like there's a lot more info out there now about how beneficial interactions are with videos. In order for us to make money by posting videos, we have to have a certain amount of subscribers, watch hours.
So watch it all the way to
interactions.
Just even if you played it.
So yeah, you can mute it for all I know. If you just play the video, like it, subscribe, comment on it, anything like that really helps us so that we can continue to help those who are in need and feel like they're in need.
Yeah. And that, I don't know, I like cleaning. Yeah. I don't know what to say at the end of these. Goodbye.
Stay sharp.
Stay sharp. All right.